5. And for St. Clare, Noan, for CEU, you have to look at this team and say, this is a beatable squad. We have something to prove in order to get this game number 2.
And I mean, CEU's been in this situation already before. They've been the underdogs in the previous conference. It was a fairy tale ride for them, fairy tale journey. With 8 players alone in the lineup, they were able to make it that far, let alone with a complete lineup. And yet, that's still a tough mountain to climb. St. Clare, you're not just looking at St. Clare, you're looking at a reinforced St. Clare with a couple of players from Chelu coming in. So it's not just a mix of very young players, but also veteran players on your lineup.
Ito na nga yung updated bracket natin as the skippers. Marinero Pilipinas sweeping ang TNT Engineers to book the first seat in the finals, while the BRT Sumisip St. Clare can also join them for the ride. But for the CEU Scorpions, tulad ng sabi natin, have been so resilient, but they ran into a tough opponent in the Saints, who have just been rolling this entire PBA Foundation Cup.
And to be honest, itong CEU, they shot better than St. Clare in Game 1, 50% shooting compared to just the 33% shooting of St. Clare. But then they played tremendous body and strength, showed that in the shaded area, 48 inside points. And not only that, whenever they got the rebound, they blitzed and they ran 20 points against the 9 of itong CEU Scorpions.
Again, the St. Clair Saints, no, BRT Sumisip forcing CEU to have to play catch-up. And one guy that they really locked onto was of course, the big man of CEU. We're talking about si Maudu Malik Diop, who has just been the heart and soul of this squad ever since he has joined the fray for them. And you look at the numbers, on paper, Juan, not bad. Maganda pa rin in double-double. But we know that Diop on a perfect night can do so much more.
That's right. He's a 22 easy type of player, 22 points or 20 points and 20 rebounds. But, you know, they knew exactly that the load will be something that Malik Diop will carry on his own if he's not going to get enough help. And so itong BRT Sumisip knew exactly what to do. They had, 4 guys playing against Malik Diop. He had his hands full, which resulted to merely 12 points for this guy. But the 6 steals and 3 blocks nonetheless, great contribution for this guy. But he still needs more help from the rest of the team.
Let's meet the protagonists and send it over to the Coliseum announcer for our starting 5.
At forward number 7, Junji Halyare. The other forward number 0, JJ Goliado. And at center number 12, Mo Pare. Coaching BRT Sumisip St. Clare is Steve Chu. And now let's meet the starters for the CEU Scorpions. At guard number 0, France Diaz. The other guard number 10, Rich Ginitaran. At forward number 12, Jerome Santos. The other forward number 21, Dave Bernabe. And at center number 9, Malik Diop. Head coach of the Scorpions is Derek Pomered. Game officials are Dax Decanay, Francis Balio, Roldan Johnson, and Rod Labrea.
Look at the starting lineup for both squads as BRT Sumisip St. Clare trotting out a loaded lineup on every position. Bigating kabila naman CEU and this young squad hungry to prove themselves against these veterans on the other side.
Yung St. Clair, hindi mo rin kasi masabi, di ba? You've got Fontanilla, you've got Halyare, these are young guys, and even Muhammad Pare. But then you've got Collada and the rest of the veterans coming in.
Ganda na mix no? Ganda eh. You've got guys like Fontanilla, you know, youngster graduating. Minsan nagkakamali, of course, as any young player will do. Pero nandiyan naman si Jesse Collado just to clean up everything pag nagkamali. And we are underway in the Paco Arena. As CEU looking to stay alive, they will get first possession. Rich Ginitaran together with Diaz and the rest of the boys in pink and white. Libre ng bagya si Franz Diaz, but no go.
And Franz Diaz has been a roller coaster conference for him, you know. Sometimes he'd start, sometimes he won't. But you have to understand, he was part of that crazy 8 lineup ng CEU that got all the way to the very end in the conference, in the first conference. So meron din namang palagtong si Diaz. Pero if there's another guy that should help out itong si Malik Diop, it's Rich Ginitaran.
These were the guys who were just thrust into the spotlight, really, and had to play heavy minutes in the playoffs. And remember, itong St. Clair, A lot of these players are very familiar with itong CEU because nagharap sila last year in the semifinals as Diop getting the first 2 points of the ball game.
Siyempre parehas na komponan, they see familiar faces, pero pag tinignan mo talaga, ibang-iba na
May
rin yung
respect
makakalaban mo eh. Oh, I mean, see, yun na obviously is a deeper bench. Pero yung St. Clair din, reinforced literal, para kang may nitros na in-inject dito sa sistema ng St. Clair because nag-beef up sila.
Parang tumawag ng mga bodyguard, tinawag si Collado, tapos sinamahan mo pa ng Alfred Badino who joined the team just in time for the playoffs. Dami bala na itong St. Clair. It just goes to show they want this championship badly in the D-League.
Well, there are times when one of the St. Clair's notorious for is their full court pressure. Right now in this conference, they barely brought it out. They bring it out only when needed, as needed. Dati parang all game long, nag-full court pressure sila eh. But,
or maybe pag may certain lineups lang on the floor, na yung 5-man lineup. Pero itong CEU, for 40 minutes of hell yan, pag sila nakaharap ninyo. Because they are gonna keep pressuring
that's right,
until you have nothing else to give anymore. All will stay with BRT Sumisip. Montanilla. Lobbing it inside. Pare can't finish. And here comes Ginitaran on the run together with Santos. Pull up jumper from Rich. No go. Labanan ng loose ball. Laban to St. Clair. From
you can see parang nagkakapaan pa sila shot dito sa first quarter. Not really good shot selections from both teams. They're trying to find who can heat up early on in the ball game.
And if you're CEU, it's another situation similar to what happened with TIP in the other series. Na you can't allow yourself to get off to another slow start, especially with tulad nga na sinabi natin, a loaded lineup like BRT Sumisip. So far, it is the Scorpions who have started off strong. They've got 5 unanswered points to begin this ball game. All will stay with the guys in black.
Yeah, Fontanilla now, it's just, with Gabopa in the lineup, that the backcourt of St. Clair can sustain this kind of speed.
Libre si Jesse Collado. Oh, and you expect them to score from inside, but that was a quick fire triple from the veteran.
Parang naiinis na siya, Parang hindi tayo makashoot eh. Akin na nga yung bola.
Diaz and Bernabé two-man game. France, fine.
I think two-man game is an understatement in that play. Silang dalawa lang talaga nagkiskisan ng balikat at nagbigayan ng bola.
Ka-clear out. Collado fadeaway. And our referee sensing may konting tulak ay Collado dislodging him and sending him to the free throw line.
Bernabé had his arm, nakatukod kasi siya dun sa fadeaway ni Collado. Collado, check that. So look at this two-man game na pinag-uusapan mo, Chuck.
Ayan. Fine, that was his court vision and years of playing together. Yung dalawang manlalaro na yan ni Coach Derek Pumarin.
But you like it because before that play, Diaz was able to make that perimeter jump shot. He tagged and penetrated the paint, they pulled up. So this time around, nakadikit na sa kanya yung depensa ng St. Clair. He was a threat. And what he did was he attracted the defense and then dropped it.
Redondo can't get that shot to fall. Rich Ginitaran. They get it in the middle. They want to seal Maulu Diop inside. And dyan si Pare.
Look how they scramble in defense.
And what a pass. We're gonna block as well on the other end. May konting tulak ba yan sa likod?
Parang kasi Hilyari felt it, but from the angle of the referee, couldn't see that.
If you're Coach Derek Pumarin, but first let's take a look. Kinilit ni
May konti din naman na off-balance kasi si Hilyari dun.
Going back to live action, if you're Maudo Diop and if you're Coach Derek Pumarin, what are some ways na pwede mong bigyan ng konting opportunity itong si Diouf makascore.
I think you have to make sure that the ball is high, up high. Because I say he's towering over everyone. He's got long stretch arms. So if he keeps getting that ball from up high, then it's going to be easier for him. Because even over Mohamed Pare, he's still taller. Oh, that's swarming defense.
Fontanilla can get the shot to fall. Ball will stay with St. Clair. Diouf trying to get that ball out of position. Mananatili sa panig ng BRT Sumisip.
Walang madaling pasa dito para kay Mohamed Pare because Diouf can just, you know, his outstretched long arms can deny whatever seal that Mohamed Pare has.
Juliano fadeaway. Oh, and Chelsea knocking that out of the sky. Low scoring ball game to start here with 6:30 remaining in the first period. CEU kontra sa BRT Sumisip St. Clair. You gotta love how Rich Ginitara is always just in control. Never really in a rush to get anywhere. And he's another guy who will need to step up in order for his team to get a victory here. Blitzing without the pick and roll once again. Libre, Peña Redondo. Pasok yan.
Scramble defense, make them pay. Good find there by Fontanilla.
St. Clair, just so under control. Always knows kung anong counter dun sa ginagawa ng CEU. Ibabato na lang yan. 2 points yan para kay Haliare.
He loves doing that, leaking out. You know, he's gonna challenge well, make sure that nakatingin pa rin siya kung makukuha nila yung rebound. And as soon as he knows, 99% sure na makukuha nila yung bola, he sprints down.
Pag narinig mo na yung, alam mo na yun. Trademark yan sa lahat ng ano eh. Pag may sumigaw eh, basta just throw it at that sound. Ito yung blitz. Ito yung counter.
Collado, found it.
Behind by Jesse Collado, leading to that three-pointer. And on the other end, ito na nga, marinig mo lang yung hurrah! Alam mo na, libre si Aliari for that layup. Tie game here with 5:30 in the first period. Take a look at one of the stars, undisputed for St. Clair, Josh Fontanilla. And just well-rounded performance from this budding star from BRT Sumisip St. Clair.
He's a steady point guard, Chuck. And yung numbers na yan, underrated pa yan. Kasi hindi niya naman kailangan masyadong magbigay todo dito sa kupunan na to because he's got a lot of help coming from the bench. But nonetheless, you can see him put up his numbers. Iba pa nga yung numero niya nung previous conference.
It helps though when you've got a lot of veterans, a lot of talent as well to make your job easier. As Rich Ginitara getting creative with that shot.
And they have to distract itong depensa ng St. Clair from just focusing on Malik Diouf. And Rich Ginitara will have to help out there.
Up shot there from Pare. Excellent defense from Maudo. Binato. Abot pa ni Diouf, taking his time, up and under. Oh, from the big fella.
See, that's how you pass the ball to Malik Diouf. You gotta throw it up high. Because he's got the speed to get to where the ball will land.
Pass from Fontanilla, that's batted away. Tumatakbo na naman ang CEU. Diaz, Santos. Santos tried to attack everyone in front of him.
Yeah, I think nauna dun yung pag-fish niya ng foul and actually finish strong.
6 seconds.
Oh, he wants the ball. Malik Diouf think he can take up itong si Mohamed Pare.
I remember these two, no, si Pare tsaka si Diouf last season in the PBA D-League. They were also going head-to-head, no? And alam ko, at the time, both of them were fasting as well, eh. Fasting for a Muslim, in observance of a Muslim tradition. So, you know, but they were still going at it kahit na walang laman yung kanilang mga by Dio.
Open under.
Prettiest, but you know, wala yan last year.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point,
Diba?
Chuck. I mean,
Wala yan
sa kakalaro nito ni Malik Diouf every day, paminsan 3 times a day pa yung mga laro nila.
Oo.
Ang dami na niya ng experience kaagad eh.
Mapapolis life si Dio. Ganda naman ang pasa na yan.
Very active itong si Malik Diouf, you know. If you're Marinero Filipino and you're scouting this, you don't know who to watch, you don't know, so many tendencies being exposed, but at the end of the day, everyone's so potent.
Hinihingi ng travel coaching staff ng CEU. Sabi ng ating referee sa Magnolia, ito yung saksang sa loob. Santos, then all of a sudden from out of nowhere comes Dio. 6-point lead for CEU was held St. Clare to only 9 points thus far. Gabo. Mare cannot get that shot up. Here comes Dia. Will hit his steam. Kurtzunga passing it over to Santos. But a foul on the floor will send Santos to the free throw line.
It's interesting. Santos is a good finisher. I don't know why for the last 2 possessions he's been looking for the contact more than actually thinking of laying it in.
Papasabit, no?
That's the play. I mean, he even parang umilag pa siya dun sa tira na yun eh. Hindi siya go strong eh. And then he misses that free throw. So, parang good foul pa ang lumalabas ngayon.
Santos has now become a featured player dito sa lineup ng CEU. And CEU, a shot will get them into this dreaded full court press that has caused so much chaos here in the D-League. However, St. Clair was ready. Dumapi getting all up in that shot pero hindi umubra. Defensive rebound sa kanya. Oh! Nakabingwit pa ng foul. That's gonna be on Dio.
Just the scramble. No? And when you look at it, if we're going to see a replay there, you can see how many white shirts are on the floor inside. So when this miss happens, well, this is the foul counted, but just too many guys in the shaded area wearing black jerseys that, Malik Diouf cannot hold the fort by himself.
That will send Chris Gumapig to the free throw line, takes care of the second, still a 4-point lead. And etong St. Clair also with a little bit of pressure in the backcourt. Santos, wicked crossover. Ayan yung sinabi mo.
Go hard ba? Go strong to the basket ba, Amo?
Dinaan sa crossover, then dire-diretso lang kanyang atake. Pretty move there from Santos.
Keeps out in the dust. Dumapic has no idea how to stop this.
That was a better shot in slow-mo. Ilusot niya, no? Medyo kili-kili shot din yan, nung umangat siya. Ray Rubio also is on the floor for St. Clair. Kasi doon free throw. May tumapik ba? Wala. Pupunta sa BRT Sumisip.
Bautista is also now in St. Clair. So ito yung good mix lagi nila. May combination sila ng young and veteran players.
Thought about Japs Bautista, who was on the other end. Pero a foul though was given up by Kurt Suma. And see United in the penalty. 3 and 14 remaining in the first period. Gabo. Rubio. Clare.
Oh!
Wanted away by Dio. Ginitaran led, he led itong si Bernabe with that pass. And he was able to finish and get an assist for Ginitaran.
A lot of people will say the spacing was a problem in that fast break attack. Pero saktong-sakto lang yung labot ng pasa ni Ginitaran to get it to his target. Oh, good move.
That's big boy basketball right there from Dumating. To 14, 6-point lead for CEU. Ginitaran blowing by.
No help. See, that's why you're scared of having Bernabe and Diouf on the floor. The big guys after the first line of defense is left behind. Hindi makahel kasi pwedeng i-drop pass. And efficient finishers yung Diouf tsaka Bernabe.
been attacking with every possession.
Pero yung Rubio, yung katapat niya, isa pang magaling na perimeter defender itong si Rubio.
Saka bato-bato itong si Rubio. A foul whistle on floor. That could go on Bernabe. That's exactly what happens, giving us an opportunity to get some players in on the floor on the other end. A timeout whistled with the CEU holding on to an 8-point advantage, 22-14. Arena, and we are looking at Rich Ginitaran, who struggled in game number one, but mukhang hindi problema yan dito sa game 2 because he has been ultra aggressive one pa na.
And it's an upside again. He was misfiring in the first game, just shooting 25% from the field. But today, so far, Rich Ginitaran has 6 points, close to surpassing his output in game 1. And totoo yun, kailangan yun, Chuck. Malik Diop is a marked man in this game, and they're going to try to slow him down every possible way.
Rubio can't get that shot to fall.
Oh, quick hands by Malik Diop.
Shuma was whistled for a foul. On the other end was itong si Gabo. So Gabo will send CEU his squad into the penalty. And when CEU gets victories, yes, of course, itong si Diop will get his 15 points when he rebounds. But it's guys like Sunga, you know, guys like Ginitaran, Bernabe, lahat yan may mga 12 points, 10 points,
That's right. And ganun ka-spread yung scoring nila, especially when they start putting on that full court pressure, you know, that suffocating pressure defense. When they force turnovers, ang galing rin nila on a fast break attack.
Missing though from the free throw line. Score will stay the same. 23-14, a minute and 40 remaining. The pace nitong first quarter one is really play of basketball. A lot of physicality on both ends of the floor, both sides. Ito yung ramdam mo talaga every possession mahalaga para sa magkabilang opponent. Coach Ticho also the first team to blink in terms of resting yung kanyang big man. Aspires not on the floor, but Diop is remaining in for CEU.
Chuck, this guy can play, what, 45 straight minutes. Walang pahinga, 50 pa. So double overtime, kayang-kaya.
Proven. He played so much that naiyak na lang siya nung natapos na yung game.
Ooh, you cannot do that. Are you taunting him to actually block your shot?
Probably don't want to shoot
that was a shove. Yeah, that's frustration.
Don't want to shoot a jump shot in front of Malcolm. It's like here, you want to block? Here, come take
That was a good volleyball toss.
That's cute.
Then a spike by Malik Diop.
Sabi ni Dumapik, try lang. Bakit di kumagat, di ba? Bakit di sumabay?
Alam mo, maintindihan ko ba kung fumake siya eh. Pero diniretso niya eh. Siguro nandun na siya sa point of no return at kailangan niya ng itira eh.
Ayaw mo mga travel, di ba? Hindi ma-turnover ka pa sa stats.
You know how I like Malik Diop has so comfortably taken on the role of leading CEU.
That's right,
You know, he talked to the point guard and said, give me the ball. You know, I've been posting up, give me the ball. And maganda yun eh, sa player mo, ayaw mo yung nagtatago ng bola. Alam mo naman na siya talaga ang pinupuntahan. And mahirap i-double tip to si Malik Diop because he's towering over everyone so he can just like face the basket and then see the whole floor.
Three-pointer on the way. What a shot from this Gabo. And St. Clair needed that because their offense has been stuck in mud here in this first period.
The luxury of having the ball in the lineup, just making sure na hindi naman bumababa yung energy nito ng BRT Sumisip with Fontanilla on the bench.
CEU has 13 seconds to orchestrate some offense. Tunga over to Dio. And Maudu cannot get that shot to drop. Last second shot time for St. Clair.
Ooh, good screen.
Dumapig. Almost taken by Diop.
Oh,
Strong inside, and that's what Dumapig can do. And that's 5 straight points for St. Clair. 8 seconds remaining. Tunga over to Diop to beat the buzzer. Wala yan. And St. Clair, BRT Sumisip with a fight back at the final few minutes of the first to make it a 5-point deficit. CEU looking good. 24-19 at the end of the first period. About how BRT Sumisip basically a complete lineup and also added some muscle with Jesse Collado and Chris Dumapig, and these guys, you know, just even more able-bodied guys to throw dito kay Maudu Diop, and they also contributed on the offensive end.
Hindi naman kinakailangan kasi pumuntos talaga tong dalawang to, and then they know their role. They score when they have to, but their primary goal is to push out itong si Malik Dio.
Tapos ang dagdagan mo pa ng Alfred Batino. Rubio. Yes. Nice set play right there from St. Clair, leading to that first 2 points. Ray Rubio.
Right now, BRT Sumisip, St. Clair has got 12 bench points compared to just the 1 of CEU. So CEU will have a tougher time if they're going to only depend on their starting 5. They need to get contributions from more people.
Maudu can't get it. Santos is clipped on the way up, and that's going to be free throws para kay Jerome Santos. Bench scoring is never really been a strong suit for CEU. Hindi na nga, because a lot of their players are still works in progress. Developing pa talaga yung mga bata dito sa panig ng CEU.
And kung mapapansin mo, no, bihira ka makakita ng buong second unit ang nasa sahig sabay-sabay.
Yeah.
It's a good mix of the starting 5 and also the people from the bench.
You gotta give credit also to Coach Derek Pumarin. The way na basically on the fly, he has reinvented this lineup. If I'm not mistaken, meron pa yung tryouts at the end of last conference. Everyone really starting from scratch, having to prove themselves to be part of a really talented, great squad, no, with a rich basketball legacy from CEU Scorpions. Ares on the floor to restore order. Steam only down by 4. St. Clair starting to execute with much better impact, no, dun sa kanilang mga possessions. Supposed to say that, of course, Binonon Manigabo yung tira na.
They just want to prove that they control the game now.
Yeah,
We're just hard to call the game as it is and not make assumptions. I've learned that all throughout the covering. No assumptions here.
Observations lang. Pwede naman din. More often than not, mali naman tayo. Kasama yung trabaho natin. Oh. Another block for Maudu Dio.
He's like challenging every shot within a 2 feet radius of the shaded area, but Batino, without Malik Dio on the shaded area, took advantage of that.
Gotta love this guy under screens, Alfred Batino. Just so just a perfect player dito sa D-League in terms of always scrappy and used to playing undersized. Dio, all the size in the world can't get buckets. Diaz has to create. Jumper will not fall. Rubio clearing the board, and St. Clair is looking good in this stretch with a chance to tie or take the lead with a 3. Batino. Susani bigay kay Japs Bautista, pero Out of bounds to, sinasabi ni Japs may tapik, pero bola pupunta sa Scorpions.
I mean, that could have been a good pass because Josh Bautista was wide open. It's just that a little off lang yung pasa ni Batino. Because all eyes were on Muhammad Pare. He was sealing deep after that horns play.
Santos naghanap ng screen mula kay Tabal. Jerome Santos has not been afraid to let it fly, no, this first half.
He's been aggressive though. So many shot attempts, just not falling for him. At wala rin masyadong labasan sa kanya. No? Sila ni Malik Diouf talagang matira matibay.
Ang lalaki din kasi ng lineup ng St. Clair.
May materialis yung St. Clair. Pwede magpalit-palit ng tao. Tingnan mo, umupo si Halyari, pumalit naman si Rubio. Parang walang nawala eh.
Duadles had a good look, pero over the top yan. So bola, babalik. Na naman sa St. Clair. 25 to 23, 7 and 37 remaining.
You know, despite CEU missing consecutive shots, they're still up by 2 points. And St. Clair also not really, you know, they've also slowed down in terms of scoring output.
They haven't really run a lot of stuff for Pare so far. Yan yung sign na pagbagong pasok lang sa lineup nagkakaamuyan pa. Pero sanay na rin itong si Batino. I'm sure depensahan niya si Pare last conference.
Yeah, Pare quick to apologize for the chest pass instead of the bounce pass with that kind of defense na pinakita ng CEU. Seconds.
Diaz. Pusok sa loob. Santos na ubusan. Paso and rather itong si Diouf going up hard.
He found a way. He was so deep in the baseline and then saw Diouf in his peripheral cutting to the basket. Made a way to pass it to him.
Where the free throws have not been falling for Maudu Diouf. Fontanilla back in the game together with Manacho, and Japs Bautista will take a rest. Wala pang sub itong si Maudu, no?
Yeah,
He played the entire game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. Like what we said, kulang pa yan.
I think at a certain point, lalo na nung 8 players na lang sila, literally Maudu played the entire ball game. There was a double overtime. There was the finals against Signal Ateneo. He was 40 minutes.
So sanay na to, itong 40 minutes na to, wala na to sa kanya.
Uy, sayang.
Hindi talaga makalamang-lamang tong St. Clair.
Dami na lang pagkakataon sana, makatabla o lumamang. Ganda naman ang pass na yan. Duadles, pero ilalabas. Titira. Good line, but Rubio getting the rebound. This has not been an offensive showcase like the first one, no? The first game between TIP and Marinero Filipino. Those were just two talented teams going back and forth. Ito naman, it has been a defensive slugfest. Both teams priding themselves on getting stops at both ends.
I have to agree. I mean, not really mishaps or miscues, not too many turnovers, but good stops. You know, misses contributing to good challenges and good ball defensive rotation.
Only the first team foul for CEU with 6 and 29 remaining. 26 to 23. So another chance once again for St. Clair to inch closer to the CEU Scorpions. Gabo. Vanilla. Look at all the pink and white defenders on him. And a stop. Excellent defense by Tabal on Pare to stop that shot in the paint.
But you can see the passing, quick ball movement of St. Clair. Just not being able to finish.
Batino whistled for that foul. 13th foul of BRT Sumisip St. Clair. So a lot of the key guys, no, guys like Fontanilla, Pare have not really made their market on this ball game. Siyempre, mahaba pa yung laro natin. There's something to be said, Juan, when if there's a system in place with a guy like Coach Derek Pumarin, and even if, you know, certain players are not yet stars, Ikama, but if you know where to go and where you need to cut in the timing, you will still get opportunities like yung ginawa ni Jerome Santos.
And there are a lot of movements, eh. You know, you barely see them being stationary.
Yeah.
You know, if bihira ka makita ng player na nakatayo lang ng 2 seconds, kailangan gumalaw, set a screen, just do something, don't stand still. And Santos being present around the ring has been getting those loose balls.
Gabo with a pull-up jumper. However, a foul is going to be called on. Oh, it's going to go on Jerome Santos. St. Clare is suing for time. Still down by 4 to the CEU Scorpions, 27-23. BRT Sumisip St. Clare with their big man in the middle, Mohamed Pare, cruise to the victory in game number 1. But he has been a marked man here in game number 2, has not gotten the usual looks, and has not been an impact player thus far, at least here in the first half.
Yeah, he got the better of that matchup against Malik Diouf, but this time around, you know, just Malik Diouf tower, he knows how to time. He's such a smart player to see Malik Diouf, and now reads everything that Mohamed Pare is doing.
Pare, in terms of the strength, maybe would give him the advantage, but just the length, netong si Maudo Diouf, kahit na nadidislodge siya, nakakahabol.
I think overall basketball sense also, iba rin yung level at taas na ni Malik Diouf compared to dito kay Mohamed Pare. Probably it has a lot to do, but just have to stop and enjoy what
that boy good.
That
boy
move by
good.
Fontanilla. But going back to my point, mas madami kasing natalang laro itong si Diouf. So many games already under his belt that he's improved so tremendously that naiiwanan niya na itong si Mohamed Pare.
Uy, supalpal. Pero si Diouf nandyan. Pare able to hold his own in the paint. Whoa! Turning on the chance was Hesen Gabo, pero hindi umubra. He went too fast for his own good. Santos!
Oh!
Atake na naman!
And si Santos umiiwas sa area. I mean, he's gonna glide, and then when there's a challenger, he's gonna somehow lean and find a way. Oh, good block again.
Diouf got deep there, pero humabol na naman si Diouf. And the squad of Josh Fontanilla is in penalty. And yung body language niya, hindi niya alam na penalty na yung kanyang koponan.
Kulat din siya, you know? I mean, good intentions to stop the fast break, pero if it's gonna result to 2 free throws, then, you know, you stop the time, give them 2 points, pwede pang bumalik sa kanila, you know, all these things can happen.
8 points in game number 1 for Franz Diaz. Jesse James Collado back on the floor, together with etong si Jundi Halyare.
And you know, immediately as Collado comes in, looks at Fontanilla, says, tara na pare, tara. Diba? And that says a lot about how the chemistry, I mean, we knew it's gonna take time because these are 2 technically different teams coming and merging, powerhouse teams, and yet you can see that, you know, they've got that familiarity already locked in.
Santos. Hiyawan yung crowd.
Oh, okay.
Yung mga CU faithful na nanonood ngayon.
Oh, good body control si Rich Ginitara.
Swabe na bata, no?
Tsaka deceiving to si Rich Ginitara. Doesn't look athletic, doesn't look like he's gonna, ram his way to the basket. But he's effective. Oh, smart play by Franz Diaz.
Si Ginitara has always reminded me a little bit of a smaller Arvin Tolentino, no?
For
Just yung demeanor nila. Pero si Ginitara is a little bit more of a, has a motor in it. Not to say na walang motor itong si Arvin Tolentino, pero mas ano lang talaga. I guess mas willing umatake itong si Ginitara. Tolentino naman such a talented passer and playmaker as well. Diaz, where is this offense going? Nakasil. Diouf wants it against Pare.
Not away from the basket, though.
The turnover. Counter turnover. I will assume that Mauno did not know na shot with flaw. Baka akala niya hindi nag-present.
Or nag-heat check. Hindi. Baka kalasot.
Good,
Bad
good.
shot, bad shot.
Ano lang yan?
Bad shot yan.
My bad. Uy, pero meron tayong re-review.
Look at Golan. Look at him now bringing the team together. Take a look at this pull-up. There's a reason, buddy, that you're that wide open. 3.9.
Uy. That is a move of a frustrated player right now. Talking about Joshua Fontanilla. No reason for that. Lalo na during the stretch of down by 8 points already, and you get yourself out of this game for 3 minutes.
You have to understand, they've been inching their way, but hindi nila man lagpasan itong CEU Scorpions here in the first half. And Fontanilla is supposed to bring in that spark plug. Pero alam mo ang nakakapagtaka, yung Clare, hindi pa rin nila nilalabas yung full court press nila.
Yeah.
Bakit? Kasi yung CEU marunong din mag-break.
Break,
So
sure.
parang, kumbaga susugal sila kung ilalabas nila yun. And kung ma-break, baka mabaon pa sila ng tambak.
Do you think it's a matter of tinatimingan ng St.
Yeah, I would say. And probably checking also who the guys are on the floor para sa CEU.
By the way, when Diouf shot that 3, top of the key, he had the direct line to shot clock. So
Kita naman niya talaga. Hindi siya, heat check niya. Alam mo, pag
Hindi siya nakahawak ng bola
ito
kasi.
yun. Kung pumasok yun, sinisigurado ko sa'yo, titira na naman siya ng ano. So parang ni-remind niya lang yung sarili niya, next time, huwag ka nang tumira ulit dito. Sa loob lang tayo.
kasi naman, bugbog sarado siya ni Pare sa loob eh. Di ba? Mas safe dyan sa labas eh. Ginitaran, weave. Floater, no go. Sed Gabon, nagtitipon. Almost taken away. Aliare. Chops Bautista. Specialty of the house. In and out. Ooh. That's a big boy right there. Excellent defense by CEU. Santos. Diouf. Tumatakbo. Ginitara, no go. Here come the Saints.
Oh, good effort. Both teams. Coach Derek Warren just livid, telling Rich Ginitara, why are you scared? Idiretso mo. Kumatakot. No.
This has been
Nakita mo ba,
playoff.
paano mo ba ikaw yung pinapagalitan ni Coach Derek?
Pinapanood ko nga si Coach Derek yung buong possession
Para
na
sa
yan.
sobrang busit siya, akala mo pati ikaw pinapagalitan eh.
Parang pati ako, ayoko na rin magkamali. Diaz attracting all kinds of black shirts on him, and that's back-to-back miscues for CEU. And here they come, threading what should be sweet nothings from Coach Derek Kumaren. Timeout on the floor, 34-28, lamang pa rin ang Scorpions. reminder of Rich Ginitaran who was motivated by Coach Derek Pumarin to perform at a higher level before that timeout. Pero wala naman tayong masasabi, no? Kasi bumabawi talaga si Ginitaran dito sa ating laro.
Yeah, he's got 8 points already, shooting better, 4 out of 7 from the field. So he's tied his output in the first game. So at least Malik Diouf is getting the help that he needs, which is why they're still up by 6 points.
And I've read this several times. When a coach
Throws
is
to you
hard
the ball? Oh, no, sorry. Sorry. Okay.
When a coach is hard on the first man all the way to the 16, that just shows na parang you care niya talaga for everyone at home.
Yeah.
Kahit na nagkamali si Ginitaran, arguably maybe their second best player, pero sinasabo ni Coach Derek Pumarin pa rin. It's all about team. Walang personalan talaga. Daling sabihin, pag hindi tayo sinasabo ni Ginitaran.
Nag-observe lang tayo. Sabi ko sa'yo, hindi tayo pwede mag-assume eh. Observe lang. Observe lang. Kahit ako tsak, ayoko maging kasama dun sa sahig para baka masama pa tayo sa pagalit ni Coach Derek Pumarin.
Alam mo, ang observer lang din ako May ganyan din minsan si Coach Joel Banalo, si Coach Koy Banalo.
Hindi yun, pagka ganun sila nagagalit, pati kami talaga.
Pati
Kasama
kayo,
talaga
ikaw
kami
talaga
yun.
yan.
Kasama talaga kami dun.
Nahuli ka rin sa Congratulations nga pala kay Coach Joel Panal and the rest of the Marinerong Filipino skippers.
Their first time to march into the finals. You know, it's been a long time coming for them.
They've always had one of the most loyal fan bases in the league.
Parang sila yung Ginebra dito sa D-League, no? Talagang pinupuno nila at narinig mo involved
The defensive stop by CEU and Santos dribbling out of bounds. Naman masisi yung bata, just trying to make things happen. Nangyari lang talaga minsan. Again, it's part of the development, starting from scratch at CEU Scorpions.
And for them to still make it to the semifinals with, you know, new parts, new players, and still finding your way around the team, malaking bagay na yun. Kumbaga doon palang panalo ka na. But knowing Coach Derek Pumarin, syempre, hindi naman siya satisfied sa pwede ng ganyan. Diba?
Ang inaasahan niya ay parang sangkis na rin.
Okay. Ito tanong ko sa'yo, Chuck. Napasama ba sa team na meron sila ngayon yung 8 players at pumasok ng finals last conference?
No, I don't think so.
Kasi syempre tataas yung expectation mo. Kung ginawa nga natin na may 8 player, what more na ngayon na mas malalim yung bench natin, na mas medyo matagal na tayo naglalaro na tayo, di ba?
Well, if anything, tama ka naman, nag-set ng expectations. Oh, yes. Diouf is on the ground. But for me, it's more of a validation na kung ano yung inanindigan ni Coach Derek Pumarin is something really that can still lead to success. And tinagdagan niya ng mga players. But,
Dahil dyan sa sagot mo, I assure you hindi ka mapapagalitan ni Coach Derek Pumarin.
Papagulitan yung bait-bait ni Manong Derek. Hindi mo naman yung OOTD niya.
Oo. Siyempre, kailangan mo sabayan yung mga manlalaro mo, di ba?
So solidarity.
You know, itong BRT Sumisip, hindi nila ma-break yung ano. They're down by 9. Hindi talaga makadikit dito sa pinapakita ng CEU. And all of a sudden, they stepped up their defense. Like full court pressure na itong CEU again.
Eliano with the floater, that's good.
He's just a never dependable veteran for BRT Sumisip. You know, he receives that ball and then, you know, tries to make things happen when the offense breaks down.
This was the penetration of Bautista. Finding Oliana, contact on him. That shot putting BRT Sumisip in their 30 points. Just a reminder, in case nakalimutan natin, St. Clare scored 180 points in one game. Just goes to show you the firepower of this squad. And credit to CEU Scorpions because
That's within 40 minutes.
Just
Within 40 minutes.
a few days ago in the PBA D-League. 180 points.
We were actually hoping ni Carlo na umabot ng 200. We covered that game and we were like, we felt like kung hindi pa nagpigil tong St. Clair, kaya pa mag-200. We were just excited to see a record, which they broke their own record.
Yeah,
you know, they
they
broke
did.
their own record. I think 100 and something, 60 something yata yung record nun. But they broke their own record that they set, and they got to 180.
What must it be like to be on the receiving end of someone scoring 180 points. Hyperwash, if I'm not mistaken. That's a stop by St. Clair. Gabo. 25 seconds remaining in the second period. Soliado. Nakaisa na yan. No. Mane with the offensive rebound. Japs Bautista.
Oh,
That's good.
Good pass. That was made possible by Muhammad Pare getting the offensive board, finding the right guy to pass to, because there were 3 guys open. But he knew mas mataas yung percentage sa 3 points na ito ni Bautista. Threw it exactly at the right time. Got that assist to go.
Gorgeous hammer play there by CEU, but it did not work. And everything we've said about the offensive struggles of BRT Sumisip St. Clair, they are only down by 4 because they have played also rock-solid defense on a CEU squad that is looking to stay alive and force a game number 3. We'll pause for a break sa ating pagbabalik. Second half na po ng inyong PBA D-League semifinals action. at the half. The CEU Scorpions in survival mode. Lamang sila ng 4 kontra sa BRT Sumisip St. Clare, undefeated thus far in our PBA D-League Foundation Cup. We go straight to the highlights. Chuck Araneta together with Juan Panal witnessing a pivoting, spinning Malik Diouf. However, the tone of this entire ball game has really been an defensive-oriented battle.
And both teams trying to, execute properly, but at the end of the day, because they're playing good one-on-one, man-to-man defense, a lot of help also coming from them. It's been giving both teams actually a lot of headache. In the first quarter, ended with 24-19, not pretty bad for shooting, but come second quarter, it's been a shift in terms of transition. It's shift in terms of momentum. Both teams trying to get ahead of each other, and then the other makakabawi kahit papano. And a lot of teams, a lot of shuffling has been happening, and a lot of physicality as well.
Absolutely, it's been a very physical match between both of these squads. And tulad nga na sinabi natin, etong CEU Scorpions needing a victory to force a Game 3, and that is going to be on Thursday kung sakali. Samantala naman itong BRT Sumisip can arrange a date with the Marinero Filipino Skippers in the finals. Nice little play, drop pass over to Pare to start this third quarter.
We've been waiting for that Fontanilla and Pare tandem. Oh, but Rich Ginita, who's this? Yeah, Rich Ginita.
Down, yeah. A shot to the face off a back pick. Ginita and shaken up, pero nakascore pa rin yung Diouf. Tama yung Diouf ng CEU. I think he got caught up with Junji Halyari on the other end. Parang na-KO siya eh.
But ang bilis ng sagot, with that basket of Malik Diouf. Again, both teams from both opposing sides, good execution. Yung pasa ni Fontanilla to Muhammad Pare, and the other end naman, ito rin si Diouf with that turnaround basket.
CEU forced St. Clare, BRT Sumisip, to shoot 31% from the field in the first half.
But it's the turnovers. It's the turnovers of BRT Sumisip. They've got 15 turnovers compared to the 7 of CEU. And those 15 turnovers have been converted into 12 points off turnovers in favor of CEU compared to just merely 2 ng BRT Sumisip.
Pare to the free throw line, 19 and 7 in game number 1, but thus far has had. We have to double check. Wala pa palang na-score itong si Pare.
He's got 6 rebounds though, but 0 points, 4 turnovers, compared to the 10 and 8 of Malik Diouf with 5 blocks. He can go for a triple-double here if he just produces the same output in the first half here in the second half. Pero medyo weird yung triple-double niya kasi sa blocks papasok yan. 5 blocks in the first half. Minsan isang team, 5 blocks is for the whole game already. Oh,
speaking of blocks, pero a steal by Santos. Diouf. Nakaramdam na kailangan niyang kumayod. The second serving is good.
That puts him 12 and 9, close to a double-double already.
But it looks like itong si Diouf na kung magsuscore si Pare, parang siya yung responsible na makabawi, na bawiin yung tira ng fellow big man niya.
Look at that physicality. Look at that physicality.
Long shot from Junji. And this has been an underrated part of the problems of St. Clare, is that they've given up a ton of fouls in this ball game. They've given up 17 already. 17 personal fouls.
8 lang yung CEU. May maalaga.
Kaya nakakapag 20 free throws na yung CEU Scorpions in the first half.
It's just that they haven't been capitalizing 55% from the free throw line. Itong CEU Scorpions.
Santos naghanap ng screen. Getting into Pare. Collado sliding.
Just a wall.
Brick wall. Jesse Collado. Pero Franz Diaz with a perfectly timed 3.
What a save para kay Diaz. Malik Diouf just hit a brick wall like Chuck said. Wasn't looking at the basket. He was all out in that attack. Same attack as Muhammad Pare, but resulted to nothing.
CEU was running. Bernabe and Santos. Pick and pop. Pick and roll rather. Beautiful move by the two youngsters.
Great pass. That pocket pass by Santos. At some point, it was too tight, but saktong-sakto lang.
Biggest lead of the game for CEU is at 10, 46-36. Peña Redondo, naghahanap ng tres, wala yan. And Collado saving that possession na ilang si Diouf sa kanya. And the last second pass there by Diouf, leading to Diaz flashing that triple. This is really basketball, right?
Oh, good pass. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't react. You know, I should wait for the play to be complete.
Sabi mo naman good pass eh. Tama ka naman.
Sayang eh, ganda na.
Good pass.
Good setup.
Was it a bad pass? It was a good pass. Ito. Santos. Yes! What a run. What a run by CEU.
For every shot that BRT Sumisip would miss, CEU on the other side would drain something very, very painful.
In the first half, walang three-pointer ang CEU. But dito lamang sa ating third quarter, all of a sudden, they've been splashing it from beyond the arc. Here we go, as CEU is beginning an uprising in the third period. And it started with Malik Diouf, who has come alive. Nakadagdag siya na isang block, ha? So he's at 14, 11, and 6 right now for more. And we're on officially a triple-double watch. Which he has done before in the past.
Look at the full court pressure. Parang CEU pa naghahabol.
Totoo.
Oh, Haliaris just been struggling. He's got like zero. He's 0 out of 4 here in the third quarter alone.
Aliari at 5 points on 2 of 5 from the field. And yung nawawala din sa kanilang laro itong si Fontanilla. So only at 2 points. He doesn't even have a single assist to his name. And it's been because of fouls. It's also big.
Na-flagrant.
Oh, yung flagrant foul din siya.
Flagrant pa siya kanina.
He's got 3 fouls already. So the coaching staff of BRT Sumisip going with a lot of veterans right now. No? Guys like Patino, Japs Bautista. Alam nila, this game could quickly, get away from them if they don't get some good looks at the basket.
Oh, Santos, after struggling in the field in the first half, he has just come to life here in the second.
Pinapakitaan tayo ng mga jump shot.
Which kanina nga, kahit mere layup lang, nagmimint na siya.
Almost taken away.
Look at the pressure defense of CEU. Just on your face type of defense.
We are going to stay on this side. Rubio back on the floor. Replacing Haliare, so it is Bautista, Rubio, Mare Fontanilla, and Alfred Batino. Beautiful play there.
Oh, good setup.
Much needed from Japs Bautista of that nice little pass and then flare screen from Pare.
It was so simple, no? Not too many complications in that movement. You're very effective. Good combination of good screener and then a good shooter.
5 seconds on the shot clock. CEU. Diaz has to create. Fade away from France. No go. Bullet pass from Fontanilla. What a find over to Bautista.
That was quick. Everyone's eyes were on Batino because if he could have stepped on the line. So their focus were there. They didn't know that si Bautista was already leaking out, and Fontanilla quick to recognize that.
Diouf. Rolling was Ginitaran, that's a miss. Tumatakbo. Labanan ng loose ball. Diouf and Pare getting entangled. And a foul is gonna go on Muhammad Pare. This was that bullet pass from Frontanilla over to Jobs Bautista in one stride. Oh, grabe yun. Yung pag-gather, pinatok agad. BRT Sumisip St. Clare was not happy with that call because it seemed like both Pare and Diouf were down on the ground looking for that loose ball. 5 minutes and 4 seconds remaining. Bola ng CEU. Curling in the middle.
Oh, another missed layup. They've been missing a couple of 4 attempts already for CEU. Oh, yo-ho!
That's 7.
At some point, there's a part of us, Chuck, or maybe just me, that you just want that triple-double to happen because it's so near. 7 blocks.
Pero if you're Ruby, wala ka nang magagawin kundi itira yan, di ba?
Sure. Or pull-back mo, di ba?
Oo.
Pero
Wala ka momentum, nakabuelo na siya eh. Look, ran the exact same play. Patino. They've been trying to find...
Muhammad Pare.
Yeah. Pero handa yung CU eh. Diaz is shouting out orders. Curling. Santos. Santos will go one-on-one against Rubio. Diaz for three!
Oh!
Big shot from Franz Diaz.
Wow! Just the shooting of CEU in the 3rd quarter.
Pungi play. Bautista one-on-one. Aing Ginitaran. Pare. Busot. No go. These are just bunnies that Pare is just not making right now. Well, if kung yung defender mo may 7 blocks in the game, medyo mapapraning ka rin talaga eh. Diaz. No. Santos. Rebound. Diouf. 2 straight misses. Here comes BRT Sumisip St. Clare. Bautista.
Oh.
Baka yun yung pwede mo ilabasan.
You know, Gabo now coming in for Fontanilla, who has been ineffective here in the 3rd quarter. There's not so much impact from this guy.
By taking out Pare, it looks like BRT Sumisip St. Clare wants to kind of speed up this game possibly. Or at least para makasabay. Yun nga lang, si Diouf wala siyang katapat. Sa loob.
Look at that defense. Look at that swarming defense of France.
Kinarga na lang ni Diouf. Dumapig, gusto pa sana kunin eh, pero hinak na lang ni Diouf. Diaz was calling for time, but mukhang mataganan ba siya or that's he still on the ground right now, shaken up? Kasi Chris Dumapig was on him. Let's take a look at this one.
So the dive for the ball by Diaz. Had possession already, called for time, couldn't find someone to pass to, and then Dumapig comes out of nowhere, knees him in the head, by accident I assume, and just Diouf carries him like a baby out of the fracas.
But that was a heads-up play by Franz Diaz not to keep that possession. 54-43 here in the 3rd quarter. Fans in attendance for both BRT Sumisip St. Clare and the CEU Scorpions. Got students from both schools cheering on their teams, and so far it has been the Scorpions that have really come to fight now. Again, their backs against the wall, needing a win to force a game number 3 in this best of 3 semifinals.
Yan, ang nakahintay dun sa kabilang side, yung Marinero Pilipino who booked their ticket in game 1. And we were noticing that both teams were actually watching Marinero Pilipino.
Is it safe to say that the skippers are the team to beat?
Yeah, I would say.
Hoy, tapik. Dio will go all the way! Maudu Diouf has made an impact here in the third.
I'd still go for the 3 blocks. I mean, I'm still I'm still waiting for that triple-double from the block category. Dunks are just 2 points.
Meron na siya.
2 points na eh. Double-double na siya.
Napaka-hard to please ng kasama ko si Juan Banal. For your appreciation, Juan Banal, yung buwelo ni Diouf all the way inside. Hamid pa sa ring. And again, the athleticism. That's the love from his teammates on the bench on the CEU Scorpions. Libre. What a pass there. Jump Bautista for 3.
That's how they can break this CEU defense. Those kick-out passes and draining those 3-pointers is very crucial. Because CEU is playing really scramble defense, you know. And the feistiness of their defense has left some guys from BRT Sumisip wide open. But they haven't been finding them. Dun lang sa pagkakataon na yun.
High-low play. Iniitsa na lang ni
I told you, that's how they get the ball to,
Sure.
to the Malik Dio. Just throw it up there. Nobody can reach for it.
But you'd rather him taking those contested jumpers and mo na foul it,
Yeah.
if you're Batino.
You gotta push him out. That was so easy. He was on the top of the key. He faked a pull-up jumper. And then all of a sudden, cut to the basket.
Yeah.
And then they just threw up the ball. You know, if you're Batino, you don't want to get him that close to the basket because alam mo nang talo ka na eh. Pag nandun na siya kalapit, talo ka na kasi ibabato na lang yung bola eh.
Free throws not falling for Maudu Diouf here in this ball game. Shot 4 of 7 from the first half. May lane violation, so may isa pa si Diouf. Again, this youngster, no, it can't be overstated na because CEU has had so much success in all the leagues they played in because of guys like Rode Bondo who have come before Diouf, no, but in such a quick amount of time, he has shown that he's worthy to be considered among, you know, the great big men playing here for the CEU Scorpions. And then his team is also able to force a timeout.
Hello.
Check that out of
And
bounds.
sino pa yung nagpo-full court pressure ah?
Sunga. De Ocampo, nicely run play.
Oh, what a play, that baseline play of CEU. Nanlinlang talaga sila. They didn't know where to go. Who was being set up?
Rubio. Bautista. That's another turnover. Watakbo, it's a 3-on-2. Sunga, mabomba sa ere, pasok yan.
Then BRT Sumisip is just stunned. Like,
Yeah.
they don't know what hit them.
Bautista again. They've been trying to draw, no, itong si Diouf to them, then get that dump pass, and before that has not worked it. But finally, Jap's able to get some defensive attention on him and find Batino.
Oh,
Tiga na yan. Minute remaining in the third. Ginitaran, Diouf two-man game. Tough shot from Rich. Ginitaran.
he asked for it. He was looking at Malik Diouf asking for a screen because he had bad intentions with that move.
Batino. Rubio.
Oh, they're just panicking. Like at this point, just so desperate to get an attempt in.
That's 8. That's block number 8 para kay Diouf. But ginintaran! Swabe ang kanyang layup. And again, lumolobo pa rin ang kalamangan ng CEU. It's now 66-48. You know, you used the perfect word. The Saints just look stunned right now. Again, this is a team that has not yet tasted defeat this entire conference.
And it's hard to be put in a position that you're not used to. They're not used to being down this much. They're
Sila
not used to,
naghahabol.
they're not used to them being pressured and them not having their shots to fall in. They've been, in all their games that they've played in this conference, they've been dictating the pace. Now, to score 180, how often do you actually taste being down this much? And so when they're put in this position, they can't figure out, okay, so how do we operate in this kind of situation?
This is the brand of basketball that CEU has always played with. No? Relentless, 40 minutes of hell, yung sabi nga natin. For St. Clare, BRT Sumisip, you gotta be prepared. Ito yung ipapakita nila sa'yo. Almost no difference between shot clock and game clock. And again, they keep trying to thread the needle.
With Malik Diop, I mean, come on, you don't want him to get his quadruple-double because of steals too, right? Usually I'm setting up that triple-double through the blocks.
There was a block there. Also on Bandito. Pero striking first ang St. Clare before the shot clock would end.
Oh. What a shot there.
Mapig.
Gabo also.
Yeah, and itong si Diouf getting into it. But it's all CEU as they open up a 16-point lead to head into the final 10 minutes of game number 2. But before that, Jerome Santos with rock-solid numbers this entire ball game, Juan Banal, especially here in the third period.
Yeah, Jerome Santos, not really a beautiful first half, but comes alive in the second half, especially in the third quarter. So many shots made, letting it rain, has ballooned this lead to 16 points in favor of CEU.
Welcome back to the fourth quarter ng ating PBA D-League semifinals. CEU trying to force a game number 3, a do-or-die. And they've done it by outscoring BRT Sumisip St. Clare, no, 29-17. Rason kung bakit lamang na sila ng 16 points entering this final 10 minutes. Once again, you've got Chuck Araneta together with Juan Banal. Happy to have you with us here in the Paco Arena. One team has already made it to the finals. Talking about itong Marinero Filipino Skippers. And naghahanap lang sila na makakatapat. Whether it is the undefeated BRT Sumisip St. Clare. And we've got to say, Juan, even though they're down by 16 right now, this team has more than enough weapons to manufacture a comeback in this fourth quarter. However, they've got to get some shots to fall, and they can't let Diouf get those kinds of steals. Akalain mo yan, may habol pa. Ball will stay with CEU.
And they got to do something different now. If you're BRT Sumisip, you've been running the same place even on defense since the first quarter, but it's fourth quarter, you're down by 16. There's nothing to lose. I mean, if you're headed that direction, might as well try something different, change it up a little bit. They're giving that corner 3 over and over.
Gabo.
Look at that defense.
Sakit talaga, no? Ginitaran. Absorbing, finishing for two. Almost a steal, and that's a steal. Diop! Oh! A lot of contact in the air. Diop crumpling to the floor. Mohamed Pare unwilling to give up any kind of easy shots to the big man of CEU.
Take a look at the collision in the air, but this finish first by Rich Ginitaran. You know, hit the ball, tucked it in, and then on the other side, Diop with a steal, but he had bad intentions there, but oof.
That's just a play of foul there from Mohamed Pare and
Si Diop pa yung lumapit, di ba? Si Diop pa yung lumapit.
Kumbaga, yan yung kailangan mong gawin para pigilan mo ako eh.
Kanina, nagkakamayan pa sila nung magkaroon ng mga hard fouls eh. Ngayon na down ka by 18 points, parang
Hindi na nagpapansin.
Hindi na muna.
And then si Josh Fontanilla also, no? Parang had a split second to decide whether sasabay ba ako. Sige, ano na lang, tapik na lang muna. Swipe na lang tayo. Mahaba pa yung career ng bata. Tingnan natin.
At least masasabi mo, kasama ka sa highlight play, di ba? Hindi lang dun sa good end. Look at this.
He actually did get Diop on the way up.
But he wasn't looking anymore when na-foul niya. Look, he also avoided because he took an elbow to the face too.
Mohamed Pare was called for a technical foul. Si Maudo Diop na ngayon tinamaan. Siya pa yung nag-encourage. What a nice guy.
I know. I mean, you can't say anything bad about this guy, man.
So Pare was called for the technical foul. And Rich Ginitaran. So there was another person who was called for a technical foul after that one by Mohamed Pare.
Because Mohamed Pare is contesting that he said he was going for the ball.
Yeah. So tama diba si Fontanilla na tawagan ng foul?
No. I
so
think
si
it's...
Pare pa rin.
Yeah, Pare.
Salamat Pare.
Anytime, Pare. We can go on, bro.
Ilan na yung blocks ni Dio?
Nine
na! Isa na lang.
7 blocks? 7 mo 9. 7 pa lang.
Hindi mo counted yung isa 8 yung kay Batino. Ano ko yun yung pang-walong block eh. Oh, kinonfirm na nga ni kasamang Mike San Juan. 19, 14, 7 blocks pa.
7 blocks, okay. So may 8 minutes pa tong si Malik Diop to get the triple-double.
May 8 minutes din na makahabol itong BRT Sumisip St. Clare.
And that's enough time, I would say. You know, knowing that what they're capable of. And this guy has to take over. This Fontanilla will have to take over. He's been the guy that we've been waiting for. Everybody else was actually built to support him. The tandem of Pare and Fontanilla, they're the main guys of BRT Sumisip. Not Bautista, not Colyada, not these guys. Rubio, they're all in support of this tandem. And yet, sila yung, they took a backseat and let the other guys take over. They are the missing link here in Game 2.
Gotta give a lot of credit to Sunga, to Franz Diaz, and how they've just suffocated etong si Josh Fontanilla. But, you know, if you're the youngster, that's life as a featured guy on your squad. Markado ka talaga. It's what you're doing. Maudo Diop with a rare rest on the bench.
Oh, yeah. Kakaupo lang sa sub na.
Baka babaan nyo lang muna. Sunga. Leo Campo. Bernabe.
Oh, no.
Agal can't get it to fall. Pero nandiyan naman si Ginitaran para mag-direct ng traffic. Ginitaran full of jumper.
Oh, man. When this guy gets hot, man, he's hard to stop. he asked for the ball. He knew that Diouf was already on the bench, so scoring responsibility will fall on his shoulders. Asked for a clear out, didn't work at first. Called the screen again, got an opening, and drained that jumper.
Rubio. Sweet little shot from Ray Rubio. Shot reminds me so much of a... Naalala mo ba yung Rashard Lewis? Medyo ganun din. Ano, yung kinakasan niya talaga. Tapos
Jeffrey Cariaso din, ganun.
Ganun din, tama ka. Jeff, though he gets it more from the bottom. Itong si, parang taas talaga.
All wrist.
Wrist. Ginitaran. Switch. A bump. A foul. Ang BRT Sumisip St. Clare.
And alam mo nang na medyo nadadala na sa emosyon tong St. Clair, lalo na yung mga veterano.
Series of substitutions for both squads. Ginitaran will take a rest. Coach Derek Pumarin putting a lot of responsibilities on the second unit of CEU to try to hold and preserve this lead. Check that rather. It's Ginitaran remains on the floor. Fly by, in and out.
Look at the defense of CEU. Nothing really easy for BRT Sumisip.
They've been looking for these quick shots itong St. Clair. It's not been their day. Minsan may mga araw talagang ganyan eh.
Minsan may 180 ka.
No, di ba? That's life.
Minsan 53 ka na. Oh. That's been all game long. The physicality is getting, the frustration is getting to the heads of the players of St. Clair.
Itong si Chris Dumapig, no, also got into it with si Maundo Diouf nung end of the third quarter. And again, that happens when you're a team on the other side of a blowout, no? And these guys are scrappy. And I'm talking about guys like Tagal, and Bernabe, Santos.
Yung frustration lang talaga. I'm sure they came into this game thinking they can play the way they played in the first game. They were in complete domination. They were managing everything else. And then here comes CEU with a new game plan.
Right.
Just revitalize intensity, and BRT Sumisip never really caught up.
And again, when they look at what happened here, first let's spot the shot by Bernabe. Babaks out on si Lumapig.
Just too high. Yung mukha yung binaksak.
They clear the foul, penalty 2 on number 81, Chris Dumapig. Chris Dumapig now on the playing court. Alfred Patino for Chris Dumapig.
So penalty 2 on Chris Dumapig, so he's done for the day. So they caught him for excessive, sa ulo kasi.
Yeah, that's above the shoulders.
Above the shoulders kasi. So it's Alfred Batino who will enter the ball game for BRT Sumisip St. Clair. And that's going to send CEU to the free throw line. 73-53, still a 20-point advantage. And so far, CEU has been able to hold their own even without etong si Malik Diouf reinforcing their squad. Si Dumapig took his time to exit the court. And Mohamed Pare and Alfred Batino. The front court right now together with Fontanilla, Piquia, and Ray Rubio.
I still haven't seen the full court pressure of St. Clair.
If ever it's a soft pressure, no? Hindi siya yung,
Not yung grabe yung full court pressure nito ng which they're known for.
Ginitaran, Tagal, two-man game. Uy, step back. He checked there from Rich Ginitaran, and De Ocampo will be whistled for a loose ball foul.
Loose ball foul on number 26, Chen De Ocampo. That's his third
press pa rin yung CEU, no? Kahit na ano.
Tsaka tingnan mo, tamang posture. Tingnan mo yung...
Just not his thing.
Yep.
And that time, it was Dave Bernabe who was getting into it. Frustrations mounting, and remember, that's going to happen.
And emotions are flaring now for both teams, especially these guys. Itong si Pare, tsaka si Fontanilla. And I assume it's only because, you know, it's just, it hasn't been their day.
Yung shot na yan ni Fontanilla that sort of described na what kind of a day he's having. He was able to already break that press, got into the teeth of the defense.
It was already there.
Oh my.
Isusubo na lang, nagbentis pa.
Technical foul was called on Bernabe for second motion, leading to itong si Fontanilla making that free throw. Ball will remain with BRT Sumisip St. Clare as jump ball right now between Bernabe and Pare, rather.
So decision, Dio for Bantaka.
So hindi na isusugal ni Coach Derek Pumarin, sending in Pare back to the, check that, Diof rather, back into the ball game. Jump there.
Oo, hindi na pumalag si Pare.
Choose your battles na lang daw, bumalik na kasi si Diof. Sunga. Taken away. Rubio. No go on the three, rebounded by Sunga.
Yun yung mga hindi makabuelo-buelo to BRT Sumisip. You know, they're gonna get good stops and then hindi sila makakonvert on the other side.
Yeah.
So na mawawala yung momentum nila para magkaroon ng run.
What a pass. Extra pass. Sunga. Little too unselfish on that possession, but good defense by St. Clair to force another offensive execution from CEU. 5.6 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Another stop there by St. Clair. Has clipped on the way up. That's going to be another foul on CEU, sending the Saints to the free throw line.
But you notice, every time they try to make a good stop, they immediately attack and then quick basket, pero walang rebounder.
Timeout on the floor with 5:48 remaining and a 20-point lead for the CEU Scorpions. Here is game number 2, BRT Sumisip St. Clair, running out of time, trying to make this comeback.
Substitution, Gino Santos for Jetty Ocampo.
74 to 54, 5:48 remaining. Here at the Paco Arena in Manila. Second game of a back-to-back PBA D-League Foundation Cup semi-finals action. Again, pasok ng Marinerong Pilipino sa finals for the first time in franchise history. Congratulations to the squad. They're going up against the winner of this series.
The team, parang ma-extend to, no? For Thursday.
Tignan natin kung may palagpayan ng BRT Sumisip St. Clair. And finally, some kind of defensive pressure from St. Clair.
Look at this. This is what we're waiting for. Look. Yan yung kanina pa natin hinihintay.
back-to-back threes, but that will not fall. Rubio has been called. And again, St. Clair fouling and fouling and fouling. It's too early to stop that transition. So that's a fourth team foul already of BRT Sumisip St. Clair. More pressure in the backcourt. Daran contra Fontanilla. Rich sensing a height advantage. Fadeaway jumper, no go. One shot there. Here comes Fontanilla.
Oh, good
Finding
fake.
Mare.
That
Beautiful play.
tandem.
Ah,
That tandem. 14 points. Look at this move. Fakes the pass first, fakes it, and then drops it up.
it's a 5-0 run by BRT Sumisip St. Clair, and they are starting to hum, only down by 14. Then 1. It is a 10-1 run by BRT Sumisip St. Clair to make things a bit more interesting and things to be a bit more dramatic as we approach the final 5 minutes of this ball game. And again, the pressure on defense has come alive for the Saints. And now CEU trying to break it. Diouf jumper, wala. Here comes St. Clair. Tikia, Fontanilla, spin, bumompa sa area, pasok yan!
That's how you take over a ball game. Fontanilla has got to get the job done now. They still have enough time. 4 minutes, 12 points. Manageable.
Santos. Trying to get it inside to Diouf. No. Almost a completed offensive effort. Rubio, Fontanilla diving. Were there some kicks thrown while they were on the ground by Bernabe? Take a look first at the shot.
What a shot. Look, good spin.
That's when you know you've got that.
Where was that the whole game?
Bumilis yung laro eh.
Where was that the whole game?
The way that Fontanilla was able to first go for the floater, adjust, then finish with the offhand and finish. Grabe yun. And St. Clair begging for some kind of a call on their end, but they've got to be careful because they're really giving it to the referees. They're only down by 12 and still 4 minutes remaining. Wala mananatili sa CEU as they were able to call a 30-second timeout. The tables have turned though in game number 1. It was St. Clair that was trying to hold off itong CEU. Pero ngayon masusubukan naman yung abilities ng CEU to be able to execute under a lot of pressure. 9 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Diaz with 5. France floater in and out. Diaz to the free throw line.
You gotta appreciate the grit of these players of CEU. You don't even know. You thought that they were setting up Rich Ginitaran or they were setting up Malik Diouf, and then all of a sudden, etong si France Diaz breaks the play down, takes matters into his own hands. 2 free throws for him.
That stops the run for BRT Sumisip St. Clair, extending their lead to 13. Diaz goes 2 for 2. Nakapress pa rin yung CEU.
Kailangan eh. Biglang nakaramdam sila ng comeback from BRT Sumisip. Just to delay it. 15 seconds na lang sa shot clock. So that doesn't matter. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. I'm just gonna say this guy is capable of taking over a game. And we've been waiting all game long for this to happen. Look. That's like his third highlight reel in a matter of 3 minutes.
Of the quarter, yeah. It seemed like, when he got that flagrant foul in the first half, parang nawala siya. No? It took a while for him to readjust. But so far, Joshua Fontanilla now in double digits already with 10 points. Lane violation though, so ball will go the other way. 3:46. CEU hoping pwedeng mag 2 times speed na lang yung game clock. Trap.
Oh, good trap there by Rubio, and that's what he brings to the lineup. The speed, he was sprinting down from the half court just to chase down this guy and yet be able to stay in front of Santos.
So kapag na-trap ka niya, hindi mo nang mababangga di ba? It is going to be Santos against Rubio. That's the second time na quick jump ng CEU. Ooh!
Oh, offensive foul.
Boy, Fontanilla ran right into that screen from Maudo Diouf. Sulit naman, but he's still feeling it.
Wow.
Tuhod niya rin naman. He's gonna feel that tomorrow. And again, reminder, game nila is gonna be on Thursday. Jerome Santos has been hounding Fontanilla. Almost a steal. Tabi ka ng bola, mananatili pa rin dito sa BRT Sumisip St. Clare.
Nalagay na ni Coach Derek Pumarin itong si Santos kay Fontanilla. Oh! Did you see that crossover?
Ganun-ganun lang, no?
Napuray si Santos eh. Nawala sa frame.
Both teams are now in the penalty.
14 seconds to shoot.
St. Clare with some time to manufacture this comeback, but they've got to get it going. 8 seconds, trapped. Fontanilla, Patino, Alfred, nowhere to go, pero nakapingwit ng foul. And again, BRT Sumisip St. Clare with a chance to trim down this deficit habang hindi gumagalaw yung oras.
Yeah, CEU had the right intentions of trapping into si Fontanilla. The first thing that you want to do is to get the ball off of his hands, out of his hands. And bahala na kung sino yung kukuha nun, kung sino yung recipient. Nagkataon tong si Badillo had the guts to drive over Malik Diouf.
Pasok yan para kay Batino.
There's a chance to bring this down to just 10.
5 points and 2 rebounds for the veteran big man. Last conference was with the Chalu Revelers. Ngayon, siya naman ang nagbibigay ng tulong dito sa mga youngsters ng BRT Sumisip St. Clare. Here comes Santos! Oh! Big shot from Jerome Santos. Big jump mo pa ng isa.
Wow, just that open court is his favorite. He's virtually hard to stop. Take a look at this. And it's eyes on the ring. There.
He's got bunnies.
Fairness, millennial term yung bunnies mo.
Nice
Yan.
one.
I can see that you can relate.
But I'm working on it. Yeah. Mabasa lang sa social media. Sa dili kasi puro millennials mga kino-cover na.
Oo nga. Kailangan makarelate tayo. Wala ako nakaka-relate naman ako naturally.
Oh, dahil sa, hindi, buhok mo nga lang yung nagpapamillennials. Huwag tayo maglokohan. Real talk lang.
Look at that
Fontanilla.
jump. Look at that
Grabe
jump.
yun, no?
Malik Diouf ang umahabol sa kanya. Basta wag lang siya yung may hawak ng bola.
Uy.
Oh, a little bit too fancy there.
Ginitara
by 16.
This little run trimmed. The deficit already trimmed to as much as 11. But all of a sudden, Jerome Santos and Ritz Ginitaran conspiring to give their team a much more comfortable advantage with 2:35 remaining, 81-65. Let's look at the numbers in game number 1. A 16-point win for BRT Sumisip St. Clare kontra sa CEU. But it has been a completely different story in game number 2. Kumbaga, bumaliktad na nga because it is now St. Clare that is struggling to put up points. No? And it's almost the exact same rate of scoring ng mga dalawang kupanan. It's great from Pare. Sending Ginitaran to the deck. Patino, all the way. Now,
This step could have been good. They needed that basket.
Two and 20 remaining. CEU all of a sudden a bit more confident. They were able to execute in 2 straight possessions. Ginitaran, libre. Fontanilla.
Oh, could have been good. But Malik Diab there trying to challenge that shot.
Diab was measuring though. Foolish it is.
That was a good timing also of Fontanilla. Alam niya na nakalabas yung braso.
That's been the matchup to watch. So these two guys have been going at it this entire ball game. Nung nakaramdam si Fontanilla, immediately hitting the deck. Pero lumakas din naman kasi talaga yung forearm netong si Franz Diaz. 2 minutes remaining, still a 16-point lead. Again, look at the show of Dio. Manacho able to score.
Nacho, it's a great help actually off the bench. We've only seen him now.
If there's one thing that Fontanilla will have to take away the rest of BRT Sumisip St. Clare, is that you can't wait for the second half to really dictate things. So maaga pa lang kasi itong CEU. Grabe rin yung pag naka-survival mode, survival instinct sila eh. Agree. Nag-iiba sila eh.
At parang walang answer back yung parang ang hinintay lang ng BRT Sumisip, lumipas yung intensity ng CEU, but it never waned.
Yes.
The whole game, they were just pressuring. It wasn't just a phase for them in the game. It was just exactly the game plan. Kasi walang answer back yung St. Clair. Yeah. Full court pressure yung CEU. Hindi nila matapatan yung intensity and energy.
They've been trying that lob pass for a while now. Ginitaran will run out of time. Sayang. Perfectly run play sana yan. BRT Sumisip St. Clair's not tasted defeat this entire conference. And when we get to game number 3-1, it is going to be unfamiliar territory for them coming off a loss. Now they have to be the ones to recover for the first time ever this conference in the PBA.
And then, so the question is, how do you bounce back? And but what's good is, I'm sure nilabas na no CEU yung mga bala niya.
Binusa.
So, because they needed their survival mode. So, ang plus doon, if you're BRT Sumisip is, alam mo na kung ano kaya mong pagandaan, di ba? So, scouting should be good, preparation should be good, close it out on Thursday. But of course, knowing Coach Derek Pumarin, he's got something up his sleeves.
And again, it's a familiar refrain. These two teams have gone at it even as early as last conference, kung saan itong St. Clair had a chance to advance, only facing 8 players. Still, it was CEU that was able to advance to the next round.
Pero kung iisipin mo, yung core pa rin naman ng CEU na lumaban, yung 8 na yun, yung Diaz pa rin, Ginitaran pa rin, Diouf pa rin, Santos pa rin, Bernabe pa rin.
Sila lang din naman yung naglalaro ng major minutes. You think the St. Clare reloaded lineup. We got a bunch of veterans to throw at Maudu Dio. But now they've got to learn that guys like Santos and Ginitaran are legitimate players that can really
Parang
make damage.
bihira lang mangyari yung tumahimik sila nung game 1.
Right.
Diba na si Diouf lang lahat. And so ngayon nga nakita na nila yung buong lakas na ito ng CEU Scorpions.
Santos, Bernabe, jumper, no. Shot will fall para kay Jerome Santos. 83-68, almost the exact same score as game number 1. Just a completely different ending. As CEU, their backs against the wall, not something new to them, Juan Banal, because they have been through all kinds of scenarios and they force a game 3 on Thursday in what should be a war to head to the finals of the PBA D-League Foundation Cup.
It's going to be interesting how that game's going to come out. Of course, Marinero Filipino will have another day or week to rest, but again, this battle is not done. We have yet to see the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the intensity, because this time around, game 3, it's all out, all cards on deck.
83-68, the final score. CEU arranging a do-or-die game number 3. And when we look at our best player, who else but can we go to but the man who almost had a triple-double in the eyes of Juan Banal?
Yeah, 20 points, 15 rebounds, but the 7 blocks, and not only that, 6 steals in this ball game. Talk about both ends of the floor performance for Malik Dio.
We will have a do-or-die game on Thursday as BRT Sumisip St. Clare, their first ever loss dito sa ating conference, and they will take on the CEU Scorpions, who were in the finals also in the previous conference. That should be a game for the ages. We want to thank all of you for joining us on this continuing coverage of the PBA D-League Foundation Cup. Sa ngalan ni Juan Banal at ang buong pwersa ng Sports 5, my name is Chuck Araneta, and we will see you on Thursday for do-or-die action in the PBA D-League.